Of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Atlanta Falcons. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. They'll run on first down. Hurd. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It'll be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef, they want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Second and 11. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They're going to look to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Here we go. 8, read. Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Delta.
Throwing on first down. Costello. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Check it out, Reed. Begin.
Hey, Echo. Under 10. 1061. Matchbox lights.
And that'll set them back 5. Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9.
22 jet bomber.
He's checking. Crash.
move. Shoot.
From the gun, Costello. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long, an early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Go, go.
44 is the mic. 44 is Mike. Check.
Hey, wahoo.
Defense, let's get out the field. Defense.
Ready to go. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Costello. That's complete to Smith. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. The Falcons send out their punter. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the run.
5.
36.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Let go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Set. 50, plant.
Check.
49, check 49, check 49. General West. Hey, Haywood. Deep rip.
Ito Smith, his first carry. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Ready.
Now the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Look at me. Zipper. X3. 218. Chopper.
51's the mic.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike 51. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Ready.
From the gun, Costello able to get away. Busts through the tackle. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 2nd and 6. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and inches.
San Hut. San Lobo. I got you. Check 22, Jet Bomber. 22, Jet Bomber. Jet. Go.
On 3rd down, Hurd. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. 30. past the 20. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a first and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. Second and 3. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Kelce, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0.
14. Falcons, nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. At their own 19-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
25, check 25, check 25. Blue draw quarter. Hey, foxtrot. 44, Mike.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. Touchdown, Falcons! Calvin Ridley with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Jumbo now. After the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Back to throw. This one taken in by the former Baylor Bear, Jalen Hurd. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
First down.
Set. 30 pace. Let's go. Foxtrot. Set. Here we go. H3, 218. Chopper, chopper.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
45.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Zoo.
44, Mike, 44.
They gonna need some therapy after this.
Fofo's a Mike. Mike's Fofo.
Hey. Get that. Hey, Charlie. D-line, get that quarterback.
44's the Mike. 44's the Mike.
I don't even know why this team.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16, and he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And we'll get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Out time, guys. Out time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Check 45, come on. Hey, keep it back.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley. And it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things.
Hey, Orbit.
57's mine. I'm coming.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Costello. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Here we go. 18 game. Protein spill. Shoot.
A first down carry for Smith. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards, first down Atlanta.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So that'll back him up 5.
Down. 60 outlaw.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
Looking to throw. Costello. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On second down now, it's Smith. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the second straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Hey, Delta. Mike, what you want? Hey, let's calm down. Hey, Echo. Calm the crowds. Here we go.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts, so what you're
It got his man, complete. Now the Jags will use this. Second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
First down, Jaguars.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. They'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on first and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Back to throw now on second and 10. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to...
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go. I got 7. Let's go.
54, right there. 54 miles.
What happened?
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. An extra defensive back on the field here for third and goal.
Let's go. What happened?
Back to throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Sanders' kick is good, and that will extend the lead out to 24. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
On
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Off the play fake. Costello. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll drop the throw. And it's complete. Hooper. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Off play action. Costello. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Back to the air on second down. Costello. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
On first down, Hurd. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally, wrestled down at the 11. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 41 yards on the ground. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Hurd. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On second down, Johnson. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Got it? Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Ready, go!
On third down, Hurd, and he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the